Hello, this is Claire Kerslake. I want to talk to you today about all the ways that tapping or EFT can be used if you're feeling out of control around food. The first way is if you're struggling with cravings, and we know from the research that most women, the majority of women, have had at least one craving in the last year. And for many of us, and certainly this was me, cravings and battling cravings was a daily struggle. And we also know that if you have a craving, you're most likely to give in to it because it's just so strong. I can remember feeling that I would just die if I didn't get into the craving. So very, very strong. So the fact that you can use tapping or EFT to dissolve these cravings is quite amazing. And because there's such a lot of struggle, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of self-blame that goes to trying to battle this on a daily basis, often for many people. And the beautiful thing about tapping is that also it just becomes not a thing anymore. And what happened with the research studies, and I love this story, that the researchers would ring the participants of the studies about 6 or 12 months later and say, well, let's say it's Jane. Hi Jane, how you going with the Kit Kats? And Jane would say, what Kit Kats? And I'd say, remember you were having, 6 or 10 Kit Kats a day? And Jane might say, oh, that's right, I was too. So tapping is so effective that it becomes not even a thing anymore, which is quite amazing. Another way that tapping or EFT can be used if you're feeling out of control around food is the sense of feeling deprived. And somehow things have got really out of whack where, we can even feel that following a healthy diet is, depriving us. And so it can be really useful just to dissolve these limiting beliefs because that's getting in the way of you nourishing your body with this beautiful, healthy food. A third way that tapping can help if you're feeling out of control around food is with the underlying emotions. So for instance, there might be emotions such as anxiety, loneliness, boredom, stress, even perhaps that sense of being rewarded with food. So these will all come up, you might not have a craving, but this sense of feeling out of control, and these will all contribute to that. So it's working on these beautiful underlying issues so that they're not coming up to sabotage your healthy eating plan. So it can be absolutely vital to work on these emotions so then you can deal with them and process them in another beautiful way. And often it dissolves them as well, which is fantastic. Okay, what are we up to? I think fourth, and that can be if there's underlying memories, which often there are, around food that we particularly feel out of control with. So it might well be that you went to grandma's place growing up and it was a really safe and loving environment, and she used to feed you beautiful chocolate cake, and you very much tie that memory into going, you might not even be aware of it, you might have forgotten all about it. But just to dissolve and work on this will really help to clear that. And the beautiful thing about tapping is that during a session, these things will often come up in quite a natural and beautiful way to be cleared, which is fantastic. Okay, the fifth way that tapping will work with if you're feeling out of control around food is if negative consequences, particularly around weight loss. And what we know that if you're feeling out of control around food, is not always, but in the majority of times, this does contribute to weight gain. So getting a handle on this is absolutely important. So it can be useful if this is you to just write down a list of all the negative consequences of feeling in control around food and being able to lose that weight if that's your situation. So it might well be, I know clients have talked to me about having gained weight because they feel invisible, and that can be and that there might be a sense of safety in that. Might be as simple as, you don't have any clothes to wear in a smaller size. It can be things such as you might have to follow a healthy diet to maintain the weight loss. So these are all things that'll be very individual to each individual person, but it can be really helpful to clear those with tapping. And then, as I say, they don't come up to sabotage your healthy eating plan. And lastly is to dissolve any limiting beliefs, which was kind of touched on, but it can be beliefs such as, I've tried everything, why would this work? Or I can't do this, or, that type of thing. So just to dissolve those limiting beliefs, quite a beautiful way. So just to recap all the ways that EFT can be used if you're feeling out of control around food. The first way is to dissolve any cravings that might be contributing to that, which is quite a wonderful thing to do. Secondly is to work on any feelings of deprivation that you might be feeling. Third thing is to dissolve any underlying emotions, and we know that emotional eating can be quite a big issue for many of us. So just to be able to dissolve those is really quite fantastic. Fourth thing is to work on any underlying related memories, and many of us have that. Fifth thing is to work on any negative consequences that might arise, particularly if you're undergoing some weight loss. And number 6 is to work on any limiting beliefs such as I can't do this, or it's never worked, or why would this work, that type of thing. So I hope this has helped, all the ways that tapping can help if you're feeling out of control around food. For more great info, head on over to clairekerslake.com, and I'd love to see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.